All right, hey everybody, sorry about the minor delay. We had a little bit of technical difficulties getting started today, but it looks like we're live and on the air. We're glad that you joined us. So happy that you could take a few moments out of your day today. We're excited about the recipes we're going to be sharing with you. These are going to be exciting. I would like to take just a couple minutes out and send our prayers and blessings to our friends and family in Texas, those of us that have colleagues, relatives, and I know they've been through a lot this last week, and just pray that they'll get through the rest of the week and get their electricity turned back on. They got supplies and do whatever they can through everything so that they can get life at least restarted for them. So our prayers are with you. Those of you who are joining us, you know, if you couldn't, that's okay. And just want to make sure that we recognize that. So today's show, we're going to be sharing a few recipes. We've got a hot roast, lasagna, sweet potato bisque, salmon rice and asparagus, a super easy leche flan, and a vegetable antipasta that will be so easy to make. Now, one of the things, of course, we want to encourage everybody to do is like, share, and comment. And the reason I think you're really going to want to be commenting during this show is our judges for some of our prizes are going to be watching the comment lines, and they will be selecting those that are commenting or sharing that they feel are really engaged in today's show. So there's a chance to win some really great prizes. So with that, I'd like to get started and introduce Annabelle from Honolulu, Hawaii, and she's going to prepare a nice hot roast.
Okay, you're on, Anthony.
Aloha, my name is Annabelle. So today I will be sharing how to cook pot roast in the electric skillet. So I'll be using my 12-inch electric skillet here. I did preheat it already, but this one here, when you do preheat, this is the plug on it. The temperature is 150 degrees, is the lowest temperature. It works like an oven also. It's a smaller oven. So 150 degrees, it goes all the way up to 450, right here. And you can also time it. So we're gonna time it for, I'm gonna make this pot roast here. This is like a 3.5 pounds of pot roast. We're gonna cook it in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So this is the preheated electric skillet. You can see there's a synthetic oil inside. So we're gonna go ahead and put the pot roast here. So I'm gonna go ahead and season it. Here, this is the only seasoning that I'm gonna use. This is just the garlic salt. So all you have to do is season it here, and then you could just put it here. And we're gonna fry it for like brown it a little bit, and then we're gonna turn it. So I wanna make sure when it's done, it's a golden brown pot roast. So here, we're just gonna brown that a little bit. Then I'm gonna use my tongue here just to see how it is. That one. And then on the side also for 30 seconds, and we're gonna put on the side again, just to brown again the sides. Yeah. Then you can, all you have to do is cover it. Just cover it and you can time it. I'm gonna time it for another 60 minutes. And then I'm gonna put my vegetables after. Okay, so we're gonna come back to it. So I'm gonna have some carrots, some potatoes, and we're gonna have a corn and a cup on the side so also as well. So I'm gonna time it for maybe approximately 60 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to Miss Brenda, all the way to Seattle.
Brenda, you are muted.
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brenda Balceda. Here in Marysville. So thank you for attending our cooking school. So today, what I'm going to share with you is Asian version of lasagna. Now, the reason why we say Asian version is because we're using miso paste. All right, so it's not a traditional lasagna, and that's the beauty of cooking in Salad Master because you can cook any kind of recipes, and it's so simple. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, just like what Annabelle gone through, she's using her electric skillet. I'm using the electric skillet as well. Okay, and I preheated it at 450 degrees. And what I'm going to do is, let me see if, do a water test. Okay. Can you guys see the water bubbling like so? Yeah, just like mercury. That means it's ready. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to brown this 1 pound of beef. So what I'm doing here is just browning it. And it takes at least about maybe 1 minute on each side. And like that. Okay, so while I'm browning the beef, let me go ahead and cut up some of my ingredients, which is I have mushroom, I have cheese, and I also have garlic. And let me show you how easy it is to cut up this garlic using our blade number 1. Now, what are the benefits on using fresh garlic? So many. It could help you lower down your high blood pressure, cholesterol. And as you can see, I'm using blade number 1, and I'm cutting like 6 garlic here, guys, and they're big. And so if you want to do this on a traditional way, it takes forever. Are you impressed with this? Isn't that amazing? Awesome. Okay, so that's the garlic, and I use blade number 1. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch the blade using blade number 4 to slice mushroom. Now, what are the benefits of mushroom? It says here that it's rich in fiber, protein, and antioxidant. All right, so I'm using at least about, like, on the recipe, I said 5 to 6 if they're big. Well, they're not as big as I suppose I wanted, so I'm using at least about 6 or 7. And did you guys see what I did? I flipped the cover of the food guard, and I just put the mushroom, and look how simple that is. Now, did you guys know that you can earn this salad machine just by simply introducing us to your family and friends? That's how simple it is. And so let us know if you are interested. And by the way, we are going to be giving away some prizes today. And we do have some judges that will be watching you and also paying attention to what you are, commenting. So please feel free to comment to get your name in the drawing because we have beautiful gifts to give away. And now let me go back now to my meat and make sure that it is brown. See how simple that is? It's browning, okay? And let me put the other half. So I'm putting 1.5 pounds of meat. Now the reason to brown is just to have that nice taste of the meat flavor. Okay. And you can also use like a meat masher. In fact, this is my husband's favorite when he's making lumpia or spaghetti. Look how simple that is. Yeah? Awesome. And by the way, if you want to cook like lasagna without meat, you can. You can use all kinds of vegetables like mushrooms, spinach, and so on. Onions, garlic, carrots, zucchini. And we do that cooking, by the way, a recipe when we do a show, if you allow us to come to your home, and we can cater for your free meal. Okay, so that's almost done. All right, so now let me show you how to cut a block of cheese. If you can grab this for me, my love. Okay, I'm gonna switch to blade number 2 using our block of cheese. Look how simple it is. And what are the advantages when you buy a block of cheese versus cheese that has already been grated? It keeps the cheese fresh. It's a little bit more affordable than buying the one that is already grated. And you can control the amount of cheese that you want to use, right? And look how simple that is. I mean, isn't this just an amazing machine? And this is how our company started, guys, with this machine. And you can grab from inside. Okay, so I'm done with all my cutting. I'm gonna set this aside. And I got it, honey, thank you so much. Okay, so now let me go back to finishing up my meat. So what I'm gonna do here is, okay, awesome, that's browning, cool. And let me refer to my notes, and it is okay to refer to your notes. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the garlic, okay? And can I grab that one, my love? I'm gonna add the garlic. Okay, see how simple it is? You don't need to have another pot. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm adding the garlic, and now I'm adding the tomatoes, the miso paste. You can have that. Thank you. Tomatoes, 1 can of tomatoes, and also crushed tomatoes. And this is the main ingredient, why it makes it Asian, the miso paste. Okay, and by the way, we will have like a recipe book that you guys can have. Just let us know if you are interested on the recipe book. Okay, and by the way, guys, we're also using soy sauce. And also oregano and anise. I don't know if you guys are familiar with anise, and the anise will help the meat kind of taste even meatier. And oregano, okay. So far, so good, right? Okay, so I'm going to mix this really good, and then I'm going to cook it for 5 minutes. And while it's cooking, oh, honey, can you get me the other wooden ladle right there? Thank you so much. Okay, so just to be easier and faster, because I want to mix this so that way the miso paste will incorporate in all the ingredients. So when you taste this awesome lasagna, you will get all the taste evenly. And I'm keeping the temperature, by the way, at 450 degrees. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it a little bit, maybe a few more turns, like so. And in a traditional way, there's so many steps, right? Here, you're cooking it in just one pot. And let me make sure that this is plugged in all the way to make sure that I'm getting the right temperature. I'm gonna close it. So while I'm cooking it for about 5 minutes, honey, I'm finished with this. Do you mind go ahead and take this away? Thank you so much. All right, now I'm going to mix the cheese. So on the cheese mix, I will be using like cottage cheese, finely grated Parmesan cheese, 1 cup cream, nutmeg, cornstarch, and salt. Now, the cornstarch will help stabilize all these kind of watery ingredients that I have. Okay, and so this is my cottage cheese. I'm not gonna use the whole container. It's about 1 pound. All right. And I'm also going to use about 1/2 of this cream, whipping cream, okay? And I'm gonna use nutmeg and salt and cornstarch. Okay, And what else am I going to add? I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese. So this is going to be like cheesy Asian taste lasagna. And this is so good, guys. You will be amazed, like, wow, lasagna with soy sauce? Okay, so I'm going to mix. Make sure again that it's all well incorporated, like so. And by the way, this is such a beautiful double wall bowl that you guys can earn also as a reward if you are to introduce us to your friends all over United States. We can do virtual cooking school or cooking show or face-to-face, whatever works for you or for the people that you are going to introduce to us. Okay, so, all right, so that's my, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to add a little bit of salt on my meat, just a little bit. Okay, I'm using sea salt. That's about right. Okay. Ooh, look at this saucy. Thank you, honey. Oh, it's hot. Look at this saucy. And by the way, I know this is one of my favorite tools. This is our turner, guys. This is also one that you guys can earn. In fact, right now we have a special because our best month in business is coming up next month. And we are looking for people that wants to help us refer their family and friends. And if you do refer a couple that are gainfully employed that will see our show, you as a referrer will earn this beautiful turner, which is exclusive for Salad Master, guys. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, and can you get me that big bowl? Because I need to transfer this meat sauce. And by the way, when you guys are cooking lasagna, you can also use like a regular pieces, like large skillet. Thank you, my love. I have such a great assistant here. And my husband is also such a good cook. He loves to cook. And this is a family affair, guys. Oh, I want to make sure to remember to remove that anais, because I don't want anybody biting on that hard ingredient. And, oh, sorry. Okay, honey, can you get me a towel? Thank you so much. Okay, so you don't need to wash your electric skillet. Now, I'm going to bring this back again to plug it in. All right, and adjust the temperature from 150 to, I'll go ahead and do it again at 450 and just to start. Okay, so now this is what I'm gonna do. This is big, but I can handle it and you can too. And by the way, this is the mother version of that smaller bowl that I used earlier. I mean, Salad Master have so much great pieces that we can give you just by introducing us to your friends and families. All right. So now when you are cooking lasagna, isn't it that you need to boil the noodles? Here, you don't need to boil. All you need to do is just place this pasta, and I cut the end just so it fits, because I'm going to fill all the empty space like so, okay? And then I'm going to add the cheese sauce. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing, guys. All right. And then I'm going to add another. Okay. Now let me add the mushroom baby. Thank you so much. And this looks like it's full, but it will press down, so don't worry about it. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the spinach. So do you guys like this idea so far? I mean, it's simple, right? And in 25 minutes, after you place all this mixture, this will be done because we already pre-cooked the meat, right? So can you imagine, instead of using your regular oven, you can use your mini oven. So if you can do that, what are we saving? We're saving time and energy. And energy is one that we sometimes don't pay attention how much we're spending when we're cooking on a regular cookware, right? Here in Salad Master, we will cook on a low heat. So we will save time, we will save energy, and that's for a lifetime, folks. Okay, all right. So let me use my wooden. Did you put away my wooden thing, my love? Okay, thank you. It is so good to have an assistant that is willing to assist. All right, so I'm gonna put another layer of pasta. So 2 layers of pasta, guys. I can't wait to taste this. That will be at the end. Okay, my husband is giving me a thing here. It's like, okay, let's put the cheese. Not yet. Okay, now I'm gonna put the last sauce, cheese sauce. But really, if you like, let's say, oh, what is that step again? Do I put the cheese first or cheese sauce first or the meat? It doesn't matter. No worries. You can put the meat first or you can put the cheese. It's okay. It will come out all right. All right. Oh my gosh. My hubby will have a good meal today. He likes lasagna with lots of meat. Yeah. Oh gosh, this is amazing, guys. We do this once a month, the 3rd Saturday of the month. So please join us. Mark your calendar because you never know what we're going to be sharing in our next cooking show. And it's free. And if you are impressed with what you see today, please join us. We are offering an opportunity for you to join Salad Master. And it's free for everyone that you know that are interested to earn extra income. All right. Now, honey, can you get me another napkin? I want to make sure that I'm going to wipe the edge, not the edge, the lip right here. So what do you guys think of this idea of preparing a lasagna? Okay, so now it's boiling. I'm going to turn down the temperature to 300 degrees. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put a timer for 25 minutes. And this lasagna will be done. So can you imagine if you are cooking lasagna during summertime, because this is not going to heat up your whole house. It's wonderful. So folks, thank you for watching. And now I'm going to pass it on to my brother, John. John, here you go. Show us your sweet potato bisque. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I'll tell you, a full family affair, and that's what cooking's all about, is getting the full family involved. And I really wish so far that we were all in the same kitchen. It's just going to be an incredible meal when it's all put together. So as Brenda said, there's a few things going on today. One is you'd like your copy of our recipe book. Send a message to the person who invited you, or you can comment in the chat box. And after the show, we'll make sure that we get the recipe book out to you. So a lot of great recipes in here. All the recipes that we're cooking today are in the chat box. I mean, not in the chat box, but we can definitely send you. You can print it out at home or do it online. But what I really love is the family being involved in the cooking. And it's so much fun. Get the kids in the kitchen, get your family involved in the kitchen. And we're so lucky to have a team here that loves to cook. And if you like to cook, let us know too. We're always looking for a few key individuals to join us. Can't ever guarantee a position, but we can always get you an interview. So you never know what'll happen. You just might be here in your kitchen sharing one of your favorite recipes with your friends, family, and relatives. So today I'm going to make a sweet potato bisque. And this one is very friendly as far as calorie count. It'll make about 6 servings. It's about 179 calories a serving. Very little fat in it. The carbs are very low. I tell you what, the sodium count's going to be pretty low because I'm going to use a unsalted, fat-free chicken stock to go in it. Some 2% milk that will also be inside of here. So with that, very easy to make. And what I like about this is everything can be made right in, I'm not going to use a 3-quart today, and you can make it right in the 3-quart without having to dirty up anything else. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use my number 3 cone for our owners. You guys know what this is. This is your French fryer. And if you've never seen one of these things, you're probably going to see it quite a bit because I truly believe no kitchen can be without it. A lot of times somebody will look at this and go, I would never use that. But you'll find out that once you have one in your home, it probably never goes off the counter because you can use it just about anything you want to. And the unbelievably crazy thing about it is sometimes you're laying in bed dreaming about the things that you can chop, cut, shred, or dice, which is, it's silly. It truly is silly. So I'm going to start with about 2 to 3 sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes are great because they're really strong in vitamin A and vitamin C, and also beta carotene, which is really important for our lady guests on here, which also helps in fighting breast cancer, or at least help reducing the risk of it. So we're going to chop them in here. I want to get a nice cut. And the reason I'm going to use this blade is because I want the potatoes to be able to cook down and get kind of soft. And typically, sweet potatoes pretty hard. When I get down close to the end, I'm just going to use a ball of my hand. I'm not going to get cut. And I think a lot of times people get afraid when they first see this. And if you're careful, it's not going to happen. So we're going to see, I can probably put maybe another one in here. These are pretty good sized sweet potatoes. If you have a cat, they'll probably taste the pieces. Jane always shares this with me, that they sit and wait for things to jump off the counter. But really, quite frankly, probably don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I got enough sweet potato in here. And I'm just going to probably leave that there and not create too much of a mess. Next thing that I want to do is I've got a nice tart apple. So I'm going to switch this over to my number 2 cone, which really all you have to remember when we say by numbers is the smaller the number, the smaller the cut. So once we get into the larger numbers, you're going to get a bigger cut again. And you can use any cone you want. But this is kind of like a julienne. So I'm going to take an apple here. Not going to peel it. I've already washed it. Make sure that it's nice and clean. But I want to be able to just kind of spin it around. And I'm going to hold it by the ends. And as I'm rolling it, I'm just using my finger to turn it right up against the cutting edge. So, and then I just kind of watch as we get close to the center. And I'm going to use about half of it. Actually, I'm not going to use all of it, but I do. It's a nice little tart green apple. And that's going to go in there. So as I look at my little cheat sheet here, we've got sweet potato, a little bit of apple that's going to go inside of here. Talk about a pretty healthy little soup on here. And then we're going to put this on the stove in just a minute. And I'm going to add, before we do, actually, we add a couple other things. So I'm just checking my notes. A little bit of celery. And the nice thing about the celery is rather than sit there and put it on my cutting board and cut it all day long, I'm actually going to take this and just right through here and slice it just like that. Now, the other thing is it ends up leaving that strings, and so that doesn't go into your soup, and all we're getting is the nice green meat of the celery. So one of my favorite things about that is that you get this really nice cut, and a little hard to see, but I might hold them up here and I won't put them back in the soup. It's a little close and I'm a little far away. I apologize about that, but that's the way it is. So next we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of, I got celery apple. I'm going to put some scallions in here. And Brenda also shared one of the things about our scallions is, and here's a little secret about these, and scallions are a little harder to take the shells off, probably with a lot of the root plants that are out there. So if you boil a little water, put these in
After you boil the water, put them in a bowl, put your boiled water over the top of them, and let them steep for about 3 to 5 minutes. Doesn't take very long at all. That outer shell peels off so easily. Cut the two ends, peel everything back, and we're right down to the meat of it. So just like Brenda did, we are going to slice this and put some scallions in here. And those inside are, this is so amazing. Brenda, you're right. Probably one of the best stools we've ever had in the kitchen. All right, so I've got scallions inside. I've got a little bit of sweet potatoes, some apples. I love where this is going right now. I'm going to add a little bit of sherry and milk and stock in here. So here's what my notes should. Brenda, I needed a helper just like you do. Where's my love? Where's my honey? All right. So I want 2 cups of skim milk. And I'm just going to put 2% in here today. So we're going to get 1. Again, we're just making this right inside the kettle. So you don't have to dirty up a whole bunch of other dishes. All right, we've got 2 cups of milk. And my recipe says that I want 1 cup of low-fat chicken stock. So I also got the unsalted version here because we like to make this as healthy as possible. And of course, I shook this up ahead of time just to make sure that it's all fully mixed. And if you're a little generous, just gonna make it a little bit soupier. If you like yours a little thicker, I just kind of put back a little bit of the liquids, and that's about it. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of 2 tablespoons of cooking sherry. This will give us an amazing flavor. I can't try this. I know Jane said, hey, this is I want you to make soup because I've been craving soup. All right, a little bit of allspice, if you can believe, we're going to put some of that in there. And 1 teaspoon. I can get a little generous. Sprinkle on top. It's going to be so good. Okay, let's try it. And we are ready to put it on the stove. And if anybody knows how we cook here, we're going to put this on clean up top. I don't want anything on the rims. Going to get a nice good seal on there. Really don't have to do anything else after that. We're going to put this on medium. And I apologize, I'm stepping on the stove or out of the camera. But and for me, on my stove, that's going to be number 6. So at this point, we're going to wait for this thing to start clicking. And once I get down to clicking, I'm going to turn down the low and I'm going to let it cook for about an additional 25 minutes, and you'll be able to plate it and show you how this is going to look like at the very end. So Jane, while we're ready for things to cook, and we're getting ready for Jose to start his next recipe, what have our judges found so far to win a nice pair? And Jane used these yesterday, and she told me that she knows why. Everybody wants these kitchen shears.
They are absolutely
These
amazing.
shears are amazing.
They are
All right,
absolutely
Jane.
amazing. So my assistant did a random scroll through the comments and landed on Barbara Fangman. Please show her what she's won.
Well, Jane, Barbara Fangman has won our world famous kitchen shear. And if you would like to send Jane a private message on where we should mail these and address, thank you. We'll get these out to you. Thanks for watching. All right, so I'd like to introduce our next chef. He is Jose Cepeda. He is right here in Kenworth, Washington. And he is going to prepare a fabulous fish dish. And he's got an extra surprise for everybody. All right, Jane.
Me? All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to prepare a beautiful dish. Hopefully you will like it. And like John says, my name is Jose Cepeda, and I'm the privilege to use this beautiful gold Salad Master mini wok. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook a salmon here in this pan without putting no oil or no water. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this pan here, and I'm gonna turn the temperature to a medium heat. Just medium, and I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm going to start right away this dish here. So, ready here. All right, well, getting ready. So I'm gonna get the fish, and it will cook for about 10 minutes. It will cook at medium heat, and then I will turn over the fish, and it will be another for about 5 more minutes. So probably like 15 minutes altogether will be the fish with asparagus here for this beautiful dish. All right. I'm gonna use my beautiful spatula, Salad Master, brand new spatula to come with this mini mini wok. So here is a fish. I'm going to put it here. This, just put it like this. Very, very easy to do it. And all right. Okay, so I'm gonna put some little bit of Giannis seasoning on top of the fish here, just a little bit. You can put how much you like it, and I will put the lid and leave it for probably 10, 12 minutes. It will be ready to turn it over, and then I will put the asparagus, this on top of the fish, and it will cook for another 5 to 7 minutes. Oh, and I forgot to put this, some lemon here in the, I put 1 lemon on each piece of fish. So now, put the lid and wait for this start clicking, okay? So now, when this is ready, I'm gonna put it on a plate that you will see. I will serve it with rice. I have some rice, not just white rice here. And so I will put rice, fish, asparagus, and those little tomatoes. It will be a beautiful dish, very healthy, and also very quick to do it. All right. So it's going to go to John.
Let's keep flying.
Okay, we have Mrs.
Annabelle,
Annabelle from Hawaii. She's going to do the leche flan. So let's give the time to her.
Okay.
Okay, but I forgot to tell you guys, once it clicks, you have to lower it down to 200 degrees. Now it was clicking for like 45 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all my veggies aside to look at that, how good that is. I'm just gonna put all the veggies here. We're gonna come back to it. So I got my carrots, my corn here, my onions, I forgot to mention that earlier. Okay, put it all in there, and I have my potatoes. I have to remove the starch. There's some starch on the potatoes. You gotta remember that. You have to at least soak it for a little bit, just to remove a little bit of the starch. This potatoes has so much starch on it.
It's all starch.
I mean, over there, that's it. And then cook it for another 45 minutes and we should be done by that. Okay, Ariel, we're gonna go ahead and do the electric plant here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk there.
So
This
here,
way. Okay.
okay, so now this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use my 7-quart wok here. And I have my utility rack here, and I'm gonna put 2 cups of water inside. It is 2 cups. And you'll see how fast it is to make your own leche flan at home. Just that 2 cups, and then while you're doing that, you have to boil it. All you have to do is start it with a medium high. Okay. And while you're doing that, you can go ahead and mix all your egg yolks. So I have 2 eggs here. So I'm gonna show you how I make it separated from the white to the yellow. So all you have to do is crack it in here. You don't have a special things to do it. It's very easy. See that? And then you can just drop it in there. Then I have another one here. You don't have a special, you don't need a special tool to do this. All you need to do is just the shell. That's it. And drop it on. And now I'm gonna go ahead and mix my condensed milk. This is 14 ounces of the can here. First, I'm gonna use this spatula here just to get everything on the can so it won't be a waste. Just to make sure I got it all here.
What kind of milk is that?
This is the condensed milk.
Let's see a picture of it.
See right here, you can use any kind of condensed milk. It doesn't have to be special. And I also have my evaporated milk here. So just mix that, just 12 extra large egg yolk, 1 can of evaporated milk, and 1 can of this condensed milk here. And all you have to do is mix it. This is the good thing about Salad Master. While you're doing that, you can also preheat this white. I got the 2 tablespoons of sugar here. This is my cake pan. It comes with the 6-piece bakeware set. So this is a 2 tablespoons of sugar. So all you have to do is caramelize it. You don't have to put any water, just like that. That's how easy it is. Just medium, low heat. That's it. And while you're doing that, you can just mix here. Mix them all together. That's how easy it is. See? You don't need no electric mixer. You can use your wrist and your hand only. I can't imagine I'm doing this on live. Oh my gosh, look at it. How easy it is to do this. So now look at your caramelizing there. You're boiling the water. You can do it all at one time. Starting to caramelize. So time to time you can just medium low heat. See how it is? It's caramelizing it. You don't have to put water because some people put water. This one you don't need to. And it's very easy. Just make it melt. Just melt it here. It's melting. When it's caramelized, we can put it on the pot. Now it's gonna probably boiling already the water. That's how Salad Master works. Very easy, and you're gonna have a very tasty leche flan. We call it leche flan, but I think some people call it custard flan.
The filling.
Okay, so
Custard.
right here. So if you guys want to know more of this, we're doing this Facebook Live every 3rd Saturday of the month. So join us again. This is right here. Almost done. This that. See now I'm done mixing my stuff. The water is boiling. That's how fast the water is. And then now you're gonna turn it down to medium low. here. And it should be done already by now, this one here. It's caramelizing it. 1 more seconds, and then we could put it on top or inside it. It smells so good. The sugar smells so good now. Right there. One should. See, now you shut it off. Then all you have to do is put it on top of it here. And so you fill it back with the over. And you can just pour your mix. So that's it. And just wait for 30 minutes and you're done. You have your very good, tasty dessert here. The best. I love it. This is one of my favorites. So just cover them for 30 minutes and then you'll come back and you will have the tasty leche flan. Okay, so thank you all. So back to you, John.
Yum! I'm telling you now what's hot roast going on. We got a little bit of lasagna and whatever's left over, I know it's gonna be lunch somewhere. And I wish I was somewhere to be able to sample that. And then leche flan for dessert. That's amazing. So what we're gonna do next is I want to give away another gift, and I'm gonna save something really special for the very end. Of course, that way I get ready to hang out to the end to see the end of the show. But Jane, we'd like to give away one of our Santuco knives. One of these knives that we use. These things are as beautiful and sharp and another quick, easy kitchen tool that no kitchen should be without. So if you get off our checklist, let us know who is going to own a beautiful Saladaster Santuco knife and never touch the sharp edge.
All righty, my assistant has randomly selected Johanna Sue.
Johanna Sue, congratulations. So glad you joined us today. Watching our show today has paid off, and you're now the new proud owner of a Saladaster Santuco knife. If you'd like to private message Jane or our Estherbrook team your address where we can send your new knife to, we'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. So congratulations. All right, so what I want to make next is a vegetable antipasta, and this is very diabetic friendly. This one is one of those ones that make about 8 servings. You can serve it the same day because part of this when you make it is you want to cool it for a couple hours. But this is also so much better when it marinates overnight and you serve it the very next day, which you do not have to do. If you want it for this today, you can definitely do that. But this is so filling and one of those delicious dishes that complements any meal or any meal that's set. So also this, I'm not going to make today with any meat in it, but you can definitely add, artichokes. You can add some provolone. You can add salami, pepperoni, any of your favorite types of proteins that you want to be able to. Even tofu would be fabulous. So this one is not going to have any protein in it. As you can see, I'm going to have some cauliflower, some chickpeas or garbanzo beans. We're going to have a red pepper, a red onion, some garlic, some olives. We're going to put some fresh thyme in. We're going to have a little basil, fresh basil in it. And then our seasoning is going to be a little balsamic vinegar and a little pepper for a little bit of flavor, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. Now, one of the things I would tell you about, especially when you're cooking cauliflower or broccoli or anything that's really dry, because it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it. And although we don't cook without any water, because we want to preserve the natural vitamins and minerals in our foods and get the most flavor out of it, you do need just a little bit of moisture. So all I did was just refresh the broccoli in some water. And this is about 2 cups of broccoli. I'm sorry, cauliflower. That's why it's white. And it's going to be little small florets. So this is going to go in my pan. And what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the red bell pepper to it. And then we're also going to add a little bit of, let's see, chopped garlic. And then a little bit of my vinegar in here. And then I'm actually going to cook it And I don't want to cook it so that it's all mushy by any means, but what I'd like to do is get a nice tender taste to it. And texture. And that's the reason why I'm going to cook it, is because of that nice texture in it. Then it's much easier to eat, and it's like, and I love the crunch, believe me, not a problem there. The other thing with the pepper, without having to go back and fully dice this all by hand, and you could with this knife. But one of those time savers in the kitchen, and especially with our food processor, is I can use the number 3 cone, and I'm going to hold it by the ends, just like this, and I'm going to chop up the little chopped pieces that are going here. What I'm looking for is maybe about half of it, and if I get a little bit of seasoning here, I'm probably not too worried about it. It adds a little bit of flavor, but this is going to be absolutely different. So I've got a little bit of chopped garlic, and we're going to put that in here. And my next thing I'm going to add to it, I got to check my recipe, make sure that I don't mess up. I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar, and it's about 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. And I know Jose wants to come over and check his fish, and Jamie, we may want to break away for a minute so that we can show everybody what this looks like.
Go ahead, Jose, you are on.
Okay, well, my fish is getting ready to turn over, and I'm going to use my brand new spatula and just get the fish. Whew, it's almost done. I want to eat it now. So I just put it up to the other side, and then I'm going to use my asparagus now. I put some asparagus here on top, and I will just put the lid one more time for about 7 minutes, and I will turn it off. So now, here's the asparagus. Remember, I put no water, I put no oil, totally natural. So I will leave it just on medium low for 7 more minutes.
All right. I didn't want to miss that because I could hear the valve clicking, and it was like, that is what makes this cookware so amazing. It makes it work. All right, so I've got 1/3 of a cup of balsamic vinegar, and we're just going to put this in here also with our mixture. So now, what do we put this on? We're going to talk about this. Medium, click, low. So as soon as this starts clicking, I'm going to put it on medium. And while that gets ready to cook, I am going to prepare the rest of my mixture right here. And then we will break away. So what's left to put in here is a little bit of chickpeas, which is about 2 cups. I've got about half a cup to a cup of olives. And then we are going to put, this is going to be fun. So I'm going to put the number 2 cone back on, and I'm going to remove the guard. Because really what I want is about half of a red onion here. And I'm using somebody's knife. I hope it's clean when we send it to you. It's not funny, right? So I hold on to the onion in the palm of my hand here. I can hold on to it, and I can also chop it. And I'll get all the good stuff in here, and I can leave the outside, and you don't have to put that in there. And yet you've got all the good stuff chopped inside. So very easy to do, and you get lots of good onion without all that skin, and you don't have to put all that work into it. So this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay. So let me quickly grab this right here. I'm going to put a little thyme and a little bit of basil in here. And while our cauliflower is tenderizing, we will end up moving over to see what the finished spawn looks like, and hopefully have those ready for us. But just probably it looks like I'm gonna only put in a little bit thyme here, which is about half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna cheat like every good chef should. And if we get a little extra thyme in here, we know it's gonna taste delicious. So is that too much? Can somebody tell me? I can't tell. Should I keep going? No. So I'm also gonna put some fresh basil in here. And rather than use a knife, I actually like to tear mine. Oh my gosh, this smells so. That smell. Jane, I hope you love fresh basil too. All right, I think I'm gonna add one more little leaf in here, just because it feels like it's the thing to do. And while our soup is cooking, I'm still waiting for it to give me the signal that we've reached cooking point. And to turn it down, we've got our cauliflower on. We are going to let this toss. We're gonna grab a spoon. Just like a real kitchen. Everything goes to the floor. So we're gonna get this nice and stirred up, ready for a beautiful antipasta salad. All right, Miss Jane, let's check in with Annabelle and see how our lucky fun is.
All right.
We are back in Hawaii.
Hey, you're on.
Hi, I'm back again. So now I'm gonna show you the finished leche plan here. So here's the cake pan here. So we're gonna turn it over like a cake. So here, I hope it's gonna turn really good. And I'm kind of nervous right now.
Ooh.
There we go. So that's the leche plan here. See the utility right here, this one here. So now this is the finished product of the leche plan. And if you see this one also, this is the finished product of the, I prep it earlier. So this one is the finished product of it. But we still have another half an hour here. But if you want to look inside how good that is, see right here. It's almost done, you guys. So now we have a very good lunch today. So you guys get to try. Whoever wants to try the leche plan, come over to my house. See, but I'm not going to say anything. So here, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to show you how good it is inside. And someone's going to taste it. So right here, how creamy that is.
So rich.
Cut it like a cake, guys. Here it is. I'm gonna share it to one of my friends here. And he's gonna get to taste it. The first, see how creamy that is?
Yeah.
Very good. This is like a $3 pie. So here, so he's gonna get to try it and he's gonna tell you how good it is. Okay, so here, and he's also gonna try the pot roast. So
All righty, let's start
Hey
it.
guys, Jimmy's walking at home with Jimmy here, and I get to be the honorary guest to get to try this out. I'm gonna tell you guys, literally, it really smells really delicious. It's a Hawaiian term for really good. Okay, so I'm gonna try Annabelle's leche flan here. You zooming in?
Oh, brah.
Are you zooming in?
Yep.
You see it? You know what, guys? I'll leave this here and I'll take this. But this leche flan, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It is super creamy, really good, and you really do taste the difference from traditional way versus the salad master way. Because I'm sorry, I'm just being too distracted on eating this, guys. But it is really good, simple, very beautiful, nice.
And here,
Thank you, Jimmy.
so here also, this is the pot roast. We cooked it earlier. Okay, so here we only did it for the garlic salt. That's only my seasoning. I don't like any kind of seasoning, but just the garlic salt. So Jimmy again will get to try, just to let you guys know that we're not lying. It's really good.
By the way, I just arrived here, so not like I was here the whole time, but this looks very nice and soft.
And
Wow.
only garlic salt, you guys. You don't have to put anything in it, just the garlic salt, and you just gotta get taste of it. So back to you, John. So thank you so much. Okay, if you guys want the recipes, just comment below, and then we will send you recipes on your email. Thank you, back to you, John.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Oh my gosh, that was so unfair. And I'm watching the chat line, so I had to dash back over and get back inside that camera angle, but I think everybody else is trying to think the same thing is, can you please send us samples? We'd love to taste that. Here's one of the things I'm gonna share real quick before we finish up a few of these other dishes. Is Jane, if you want to go ahead and spotlight our friend Jose's potato. His salmon is, and the Estherbrook looks absolutely fantastic.
All right, well, this is how looks you plate when you finish. About 15 minutes, the whole thing, put in the fish, 12 minutes, and 7 minutes, the asparagus, and the dish is ready. Go ahead, let's have dinner.
All right, so and we're back here, get this a little bit ready, because I think, and we are a little out of camera angle, I'm jealous of having that helper, like we had with Ben, and Ariel helping out, but Jose's here to help me too, although I can give you a little up. Our soup is clicking pretty hard, so it was cooking, and it's clicking vigorously. So that means we turn it down to low when it's time. But the first thing we're going to do here is we need to mixture this. And I'm going to use a little bit of an immersion blender, so it gets a little noisy. But we're going to make this nice and smooth. Oh my God, this smells so good. Just a little bit of this back and forth until we kind of get it to a point where we can manage it. And then we're going to turn this baby loose. This smells good. I apologize for the extra noise here. We're going to smooth this out. You get that high pitch sound. I know that that's right. But this is that allspice. You really smell the allspice. The other thing I can really smell in here is that a little bit of the celery, so good, delicious. The other part that's really coming out is the sweet potato, and the color is fabulous. And this makes a really nice hearty soup. I know we're still in the middle of February, but in the essence of being a little pretty sometime, I won't finish up everything here. So one thing I want to show everyone, and I can give this to Jose, just so we don't take a huge. And then we'll come back to it. Yes, we can take a little bit. Once the fish is cooking, we're going to put that on medium. And then we would plate and shoot them. You take a little ladle or a serving spoon over here. Love, honey, and chicken and Brenda. Anyway, we can take a little bit of our beautiful sweet potato bisque, and when we get ready to plate this, we're going to take a little bit of yogurt, or if you have special guests over, I'm sure what you'd end up doing is putting a little bit of heavy cream in there, which this was a healthy meal, so today we're not going to put any cream in there. But I'll tell you what, this would taste just as good. And we put a little dollop inside, give that a nice little swirl. I already messed it up. It should look like an espresso. And we would toss it on. Well, we're just gonna, in the essence of time, I know you can't see that, but what a beautiful soup this would taste. And while we're doing that, we're going to finish up with, I want to go back over to Brenda, see how Brenda's doing with her lasagna. And then I'm going to put this on low and finish cooking it here in the office.
Brenda, you are on.
She probably wasn't ready for me.
And I can't hear you. You might be muted, dear. You are muted. Now,
Hey everyone! Oh my gosh, isn't this a great show? And just like what Johanna Sue said, that so much aloha in this cooking show. Oh my gosh, thank you, Johanna. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We're having fun as well, and we are glad that we can share such great recipes with you. Okay, so here is our lasagna, Asian. What do you call that style? Here it is. All right, guys, you don't need to use your oven. Here you go. How beautiful is that, right? So we cooked it in 25 minutes. And the beauty of lasagna is you want to cool it down for maybe another 30, 40 minutes. So that way when you cut it, it's solid, right? So let's take a look at this. It's a little bit runny and I apologize. But as you can see, can you kind of like lower it, honey, so they can really see how awesome it is? And my husband can't wait to try the finished product. All right, so let's take a look. Woo! Guys, this is live. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that goodness of meat and juice, and it was done in 25 minutes. Amazing. All right, so honey, come on over here. I want you to try. Since you were such a great help, I want you to try and give them a review and see if you agree. Is it awesome?
So good.
Juicy and so good. Well, folks, thank you again and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'm going to pass it back on to Brother John. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Brenda. I really appreciate it. And I can tell by the look on Vic's face that that was really good. He was not probably being a little theatrical or any means at all. I really truly felt like it was really good. All right, so our cauliflower and this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to do my friend to cheese here. And our cauliflower has full rice and a little bit of apple sauce, vinegar, and the red peppers. We are going to put this into our mixture, and then we are going to, I don't think we have to add any extra sauce. Now, normally what you do when you do this is once you've got this all tenderized, and our sauce is going to be, we don't want to refrigerate for a couple hours. But we are going to pour a little bit of seasoning right on top of this. Now turn mine off. And we're going to toss this and give this thing a nice look. It's a beautiful anti-pasta salad. And if we can just get a good view of this, I wish I had the cameraman would zoom right in. You can smell just the thyme, the basil. I can smell a little bit of that gorgeous red onion that's in this. Flavor, and all this will marinate together. And you can either serve this on a plate like so on the side. You get a little bit of extra in here. But I would tell you, it is ready for party time or something even more incredible that is dinner time.
Hey, Adore, thank you for attending our cooking class today. Loved how everybody was on board with us. Loved the comments that everybody shared with us. And congratulations on winning this P5 French press. Probably one of the most useful tools you'll have in the kitchen. And I'd love to hear what you use it for and how much you like it. And I guarantee you're going to be a coffee snob once you get it. So, Adore, congratulations. I'm so proud of you, and enjoy your new P5 French press.